Hello everyone, my name is Dan and I decided to record a very insightful video for you all today because in this one I will share with you the best ICT concept that nobody uses. So if that sounds interesting, you better stick till the end to get the most value out of it. Alright, so let's get right into it. I will share with you what I think is the best ICT concept that nobody really talks about. Okay, so we have people using fair value gaps. That is probably the most popular ICT concept. Liquidity concepts, we already discussed about these in the past multiple times. Indeed, they are great concepts I personally use on a day-to-day basis. But in this video, I will share with you the concept that I don't really think a lot of people use, which is momentum. Okay, I don't really see people use or talk about momentum. And I will show you in this video exactly how I personally like to use it and exactly why it is so important to understand this concept because it can be so helpful for you. Okay, so let's start off with the basics. What is momentum? How can we spot momentum? Well, we can spot momentum when we see a impulsive move either to the up or to the downside. That is literally the easiest definition of momentum. Okay, and we can just go ahead on this chart and look for some examples. Okay, so right here, check this out. We have this super aggressive push towards the downside with these bearish candles. This is clearly a sign of momentum in the market, of a bearish momentum. Okay, then right here we have these consecutive bullish candles. Again, this is a sign of momentum. This time it is a bullish momentum. Okay, right here once again, check this out. We have this drop right here, this impulsive bearish leg towards the downside. This right here is momentum, bearish momentum. Okay, so now that we understand what momentum is, how can we actually use it in our advantage? So we can have two scenarios. Like I said, we can have bullish momentum or bearish momentum. How can we use this in our advantage? Well, in my opinion, we can use this in our advantage by measuring it. And you might ask, well, how can we measure it? How can we measure the bullish and the bearish momentum? Well, with this tool right here, that will indicate us how many bars, by bars it means candles, it took for price to go from distance A to distance B. Okay, so let me quickly show you a example right here. So check this out. Okay, we have this impulsive push towards the downside right here. Okay, this is the one I'm talking about. How many candles it took for the price to reach this point here? To do that, we enable this tool and then we drag it all the way to the low. Okay, so we can see that it took 5 bars, which is 5 and 15 candles, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, so it took 5 candles for price to travel from point A, which is this one here, to point B, which is down here. Okay, so this is how we measure the momentum. So this right here is our bearish momentum. But then what can we do with it, right? Well, after that, what we can do is we can measure the pullback towards this point of interest, for example, right? Let's consider this a point of interest. What we can do is we can measure the pullback. So from this low right here, okay, all the way up to this point of interest, price had to form 7 candles in order to travel from this low all the way up to this point of interest. So knowing this, that price took 5 candles to travel from here all the way down here, and then it took 7 candles to travel from here towards this point of interest, we can determine that the overall momentum right here is bearish. Okay, and this is why this is so important, because understanding this can help us with our win rate, with our precision, because right here we could have said, okay, because the overall momentum is bearish, right? Because of that, we can go ahead and enter a sell on this point of interest, because we saw that it took price 7 candles to travel all the way here instead of 5 or less candles, okay? to travel a even bigger distance, okay? Because from here to here is a bigger distance than from this low to this point of interest. And because of that, we could have entered a sell on that point of interest, and this could have been a very nice take profit. Of course, this is, I'm not going over a strategy now. I'm just giving out an example on how we can use momentum to our advantage. Okay, so let's quickly go back to our notes. I just wanted to give y'all a quick example to make sure y'all understand what I am talking about and how we can measure it. It is so simple yet so effective and helpful. Okay, and of course, make sure you are subscribed if you haven't done so already to stay in touch with the new uploads. Okay, so as I was saying a couple minutes ago, we can have two scenarios, a bullish scenario or a bearish scenario, because like I said, we can have bullish momentum or bearish momentum. Let's start off with the bullish scenario. Right here, I draw this small schematic, okay? As we can see, right here, we had this impulsive leg towards the upside, okay? That broke structure right here, broke this high right here, okay? We can clearly see it. And it only took 5 candles to form this impulsive bullish leg because we measured it down here, okay? From this low all the way up to that high, it took price 5 candles to form this impulsive leg, to travel from point A to point B. Okay, after that, let's say we identified this point of interest, this demand level on the M15, and we want to enter a buy on it, a buy limit. Okay, we want to enter a buy limit right on this demand level. Okay, and make sure to stick till the end because I will go over some trade examples, trades that I actually sent in my SMC group, and I will go over these examples as well, and y'all see exactly how I used momentum to my advantage, okay, on these trades. And of course, feel free to join the SMC trading group. It is the first link down below. Feel free to go ahead and check it out. Okay, so right here, let's say we would want to enter a buy limit on this demand level. Okay, using momentum, we will have to see if the pullback will be an aggressive one or not. And in order to do that, we use the bar tool once again to measure the pullback. Okay, so we measure it from this high to this low, from point A to point B once again. And we can see that it took price 11 candles to travel all the way from here towards our point of interest. So knowing this, knowing that it only took price 5 candles to travel all this way, and then it took price 11 candles to travel only till our point of interest, this is a clear sign that we have a corrective pullback and that the momentum is bullish. Okay, that the overall momentum is bullish. And because of that, it is an extra layer, an extra confluence for us to take this setup. Okay, so this is the bullish scenario. Once again, we have an impulsive leg that only took price 5 candles to form. Okay, and after that, we had a corrective pullback because it took the price 11 candles to form it. Okay, so that clearly tells us that the overall momentum is bullish. Okay, so now let's go over the bearish scenario as well before we jump into the trade examples I have in mind. So on the bearish scenario, it is the exact opposite. So right here, we can see that we had an aggressive break of structure to the downside. Okay, we broke structure here, and it took price only 3 candles to form this impulsive bearish leg. We can see that we measured it right here. Okay, after that, we saw that it took price 20 candles to form this pullback. So if you know that we traveled from here to here only by forming 3 candles, and then it took price 20 candles to cover that almost that same distance, then it is clear as day that the overall momentum in this scenario is bearish. Okay, so that could be once again a extra confluence for us to take this setup on this supply level and to take it and smash some profits with it. Okay, so yeah, this is the bearish scenario. Now I will go over two trade examples, trades that I sent in my SMC group as well. The first one is going to be on GBP/USD, right here using the bar replay to show you in real time what was going through my head and why I consider taking this setup. Basically, my thought process behind it. And the second one will be a buy on Euro USD. Okay, so this is exactly when I opened the chart on that specific day, and I saw that that we had some nice bearish momentum. Okay, we had this aggressive break of structure here, which is very clear to see. Okay, we broke structure here aggressively. Why? Because we can see that we left imbalance behind. I then also saw that we swept liquidity beforehand. Okay, we swept liquidity above this high and also above this high, which is again a great confluence. And then the last thing I was looking for is to identify a unmitigated supply level. And I did identify it here. Okay, this is my unmitigated supply level. We can see that it has imbalance right on it. Okay, so I said to myself, okay, this is a really good looking sell limit opportunity. I placed the sell limit here. The stop loss I think was around here. Okay, and the last take profit was right here at 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. And of course, I will attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when this trade was sent in the SMC group. And now, how can we use the momentum in our advantage? By measuring it. Okay, so I'm grabbing the tool. From here to here, we can see that it took price 5 candles to travel all the way from here down here, from point A to point B. Now, in order to see if the overall momentum is bearish for us to take this setup, we just need to play the price and see how it retraced. Okay, so we can see that already we have a corrective pullback, because from here, okay, we already formed 7 candles. Okay, and we are not even halfway there. Okay, it took price only 5 candles to travel all this distance, and now it takes price 8 candles and it's not even halfway there. So this is a clear sign that the overall momentum is bearish. Okay, it's continuing. Okay, we are at 10 candles already. Okay, so boom, finally it triggered. So it took price 12 candles to travel from here all the way up to our point of interest. So this is a clear sign that the overall momentum is bearish. Okay, so this is an added confidence for us to be confident when taking this setup. Does it mean that we won't lose? No, totally not. But it definitely impacts our win rate. Okay, it definitely impacts our win rate in a positive way. Okay, so that's exactly why I wanted to make this video, because I know how important it is to understand momentum. Okay, and right here we triggered. Okay, we have a nice initial sniper reaction, as we can see, running in profits. Then we retested the break even. Once again, we retested it, and then eventually price just smashed all the targets. Okay, so it was a very beautiful trade. And of course, I will attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when I updated that this trade smashed all the targets in the SMC group. And now I will go over the second example, which will be a Euro USD buy limit. All right, so here we are. This is the second example, the buy limit on Euro USD. This is exactly when I opened the chart on that specific day, and I said to myself, okay, I see a buy limit opportunity. Once again, the first thing I saw is a break of structure, a aggressive one. Once again, by aggressive break of structure, I mean a break of structure that leaves imbalance behind. Okay. The second thing I saw is that liquidity was swept right here, which is again something I always look for. And the third thing is I identified this unmitigated demand level. Okay. And right here, this became my fire zone. This is exactly where I placed a buy limit. Okay, and sent it in the SMC group. Okay, one sec. Right there, I think it was the entry. Stop loss probably around here, if I'm not mistaken. And then the last take profit was at 1 to 3. And like I said, I will attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when I sent this trade in the group. And now let's measure the momentum. Okay, so right here, this bullish leg, it took price 4 candles to form it. Okay, so from point A to point B, it took price 4 candles to travel this, to cover this distance. Okay, and now to identify if we have a bullish overall momentum or a bearish one, we need to play the price forward and see how many candles it took for it to reverse towards our point of interest. Okay, so we can enable the bar replay, we can play it, And we can already see that price formed how many candles? 5 candles, and it's not even there. Okay, so this clearly shows us that the overall momentum is bullish. So let's continue. Okay, so it took price 6 candles to cover this distance towards our point of interest, not even to this low. So clearly, the overall momentum is bullish. And as we can see, we have a very nice sniper reaction on our demand level. Okay, let's play the price. We faced a bit of drawdown here, but then price reversed and it continued to head higher and higher. And as we can see, all the targets were smashed. And of course, I will attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when I updated that this trade smashed all the targets. And you can see that in both scenarios, the momentum was on my side. And it is important because let's say I would have had an aggressive pullback here and it would have took price only, let's say 3 candles, right? To travel all this distance. That would have made me question if this trade is a valid one to take or if I just better stay on the sidelines. Okay, this is why this is very important to understand, to master, and then to apply. Okay, so yeah, I hope y'all found this video very valuable. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comment section. That'll be very much appreciated. And of course, feel free to share and like it. Okay, and yeah, till next time. Um, if there's any feedbacks, any questions, any ideas, drop them in the comment section. I always make time to check the comment section out. And as always, I want to wish you all the best. I want to wish you all a lovely rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week. Until next time, a very cool ICT strategy video will pop on the screen right now. It is the Silver Bullet ICT strategy. If you haven't checked it already, go ahead and do so. You won't regret it. And yeah, I'm signing off. I'm wishing you all the best and take care.